Welcome to finding out a new world in English. 20 irregular verbs and their history. Have you ever wondered why we have one dog and two dogs, but we don't have one child and two childs? Why do we say children, and why isn't the plural of moose called meese? The secret to these weird rules isn't found in a grammar book, it's hidden in history. Today, we're solving the mystery of 20 irregular nouns. English isn't just being difficult on purpose. To understand why child becomes children, we have to go back over 1,000 years. Let's start with the most common ones that still trip people up. The lazy connection. A long time ago, Germanic speakers, the ancestors of English, used to add an I sound to the end of words to make them plural. But it was like a tongue twister that everyone eventually gave up on. To save time, people started taking a shortcut with their vowels, and that shortcut eventually became the new rule. Check out these 7 nouns that still use thin ancient vowel shift today. Man becomes man, woman, women, foot, feet, tooth, teeth, goose, geese, mouse, mice, louse, lice. Next, we have the French invasion. Before the year 1066, adding n was the standard way to make things plural in Old English. But then, the French invaded England. Since the French became the ruling class, their S-rule took over almost the entire language. However, the common people refused to let go of a few important words. They were like linguistic rebels. Only a few of these rebel words survived the invasion to keep their ancient N ending today. Let's look at the 3 most famous ones. Child becomes children, ox, oxen, brother, brethren. Now, a quick tip. You'll mostly hear brethren in old books or very formal ceremonies. For everyday life, we just use brothers, but the rebel version still exists. Before continuing, please subscribe. If this information is useful, share this video with a friend who needs it, and don't forget to leave a like. Next, we have the invisible plural. Have you ever wondered why some animals stay exactly the same whether you have 1 or 100? Think like an ancient hunter or farmer. If an animal was hunted for meat, kept in massive herds, or caught in large numbers, it was often thought of as a mass resource rather than individual pets. You didn't count them one by one, you just gathered them. Here are 6 zero-plural animals that still follow this rule. Sheep stays exactly the same. Sheep, deer stays deer, fish stays fish. Salmon stays salmon, swine stays swine, moose stays moose. Now an interesting fact, moose is a Native American loanword that joined English later, so it never picked up those old S or vowel shift rules. Finally, we have the academic influence. During the Renaissance, scientists and philosophers decided English wasn't fancy enough, so they started borrowing words directly from Latin and Greek. Because they wanted English to feel as high class as the ancient world, they insisted on keeping the original foreign endings just to sound smart. Here are 5 academic words that still use those ancient endings today. Cactus becomes cacti in Latin, that us becomes an I, fungus becomes fungi. Datum becomes data, in Latin becomes an A. Phenomenon becomes phenomena, in Greek, becomes an A, criterion becomes criteria.